Shortly after being declared the victor in the first presidential contest under the new constitution, Jubilee coalition's Uhuru Kenyatta and his Deputy William Ruto, with all the trappings of power, headed to the Catholic University of the Eastern Africa to deliver their victory speeches. In attendance, the coalition's successful and unsuccessful candidates in the various elective seats that were contested on Monday. Their supporters too were here to celebrate the first round win in what has been described as the most complex and competitive electoral exercise in Kenya's history. Kenyatta and Ruto described their triumph as the victory for the people of Kenya.
My fellow Kenyans, today we celebrate the triumph of democracy, the triumph of peace, the triumph of nationhood.
God, and I say, God did it for us. God turned every hurdle into a bridge. He turned every roadblock into a stepping stone. And turned every challenge into an opportunity.
Acknowledging the task ahead, as the fourth president of Kenya, Kenyatta and Ruto attributed their success to divine intervention and thanked their families, supporters, mobilizers and volunteers who made their vote-hunting mission a success.
To all the presidential candidates, I want to say I salute you. You have all contributed to ensuring a robust democratic process. I, in particular, want to thank my older brother, Raila Odinga, for his spirited campaign.
The people of Kenya have spoken. And the people of Kenya have spoken very clearly. I have heard our brother, the Honorable Prime Minister, before saying, the voice of the people is the voice of God.
And some light moment as Kenyatta and Ruto recollected their political journey that they say kicked off 12 years ago.
As if you check my phone today, his number is saved as FP. So I have two numbers, FP1 and FP2. And I kept on looking at this number over the last 12 years. And FP was then an abbreviation for future president. Now, you know, even as we campaigned in, I was tempted in 2007. I was tempted to change but somehow I didn't. So it kept on being FP, my friend. Now I'll have to remove the F.
Kenyatta and Ruto said their priority when they assume office will be to fulfill the promises they made during the campaign period and implement the coalition's manifesto to grow the economy from the grassroots level, empower the youth and women, and revamp the agricultural sector.
A victory that shows that Kenya has finally come of age, that this indeed is Kenya's moment. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I am humbled that in a free and fair election, you, the people of Kenya, have placed your trust in me to lead our nation as your next president.
The two leaders are facing crimes against humanity charges at the International Criminal Court. Kenya's relationship with the international community was a subject of debate during the campaign period, but Kenyatta and Ruto sought to calm the nerves of the Kenyan population.
To the nations of the world, I give you my assurances and the assurances of my team that we truly understand that Kenya is part of the community of nations. And while as leaders, we are first and foremost the servants of the Kenyan people, we recognize and accept our international obligations. And we will continue to cooperate with all nations and international institutions in line with those obligations. However, ladies and gentlemen, we also expect that the international community will respect the sovereignty and the democratic will.
The Kenyan media too also got a special mention from the president-elect.
Especially the Kenyan media. I want to thank you. You have shown remarkable responsibility as the country's fourth estate. You have shown sensitivity in the dissemination of news and impartiality in the treatment of the results.
The two leaders hailed the electoral body IEBC for conducting a credible, free and fair general election, despite the challenges that rocked the exercise. They urged their supporters to celebrate their victory with modesty and embrace the supporters of the other 7 candidates in the just concluded electoral exercise. With the polling process over, the president-elect and his deputy reminded Kenyans that it was time to resume their nation-building activities, while urging them to play their role in making Kenya a more prosperous country. When President-elect Uhuru Kenyatta and his Deputy William Ruto set out to seek the country's top job, they made a series of promises to the Kenyan people. And now that they have the job through a popular vote, the ball now is in their court to walk the talk and implement their manifesto, as well as the promises they made on the campaign trail. The next big occasion barring any successful petition at the Supreme Court is their swearing-in ceremony at the Kasarani Gymnasium on the 26th of this month. Francis Gachuri for the ballot 2013 at the Catholic University, Nairobi.